Hello guys, I have brought a new Korean drama for all of you. In the beginning of this drama, we are shown our female lead, Yoojin, who has come to a party. At that party, she is just enjoying herself because she had come only to eat and drink. Meanwhile, she suddenly sees her team leader there. As soon as she sees her, she goes kind of crazy because she just wanted to avoid her eyes. So, she quickly grabs the arm of a guy, and that guy is none other than our main male lead, Jiho. Now, we are also shown Jiho's entry till here, and how he had come here. Because his mom and dad sent him, he does come for blind date. First, he is passing through all the people, and everyone is calling him handsome because he looks very cute to everyone. Meanwhile, out of so many people, his friend calls him, so he immediately goes and stands near his friend. He says that he just has to spend 30 minutes here. If he spends 30 minutes, then his mom will never send him for blind dates again. So his friend, the secretary, starts saying that this means you are trapped again in their net. She says this now, but later she will not do anything like that. Even if you stay, who will believe that you stayed here for so much time? Then he says that you will be my witness. You will tell them that I stayed here for this much time. The way he is looking at him, seeing those eyes, he says, "Please do not look at me angrily like this. You also know that I have a stomach issue." Again, his stomach starts making noises, so he immediately starts going toward the washroom, leaving her alone in such a big crowd. Now, as soon as he starts looking toward the people, he gets nervous because of their eyes, so he immediately puts on sunglasses. As soon as he puts on the sunglasses, a girl holds his arm. Now, this is someone he does not recognize, so he asks, "Who are you?" But she is being too touchy with him, so he tries to push her away, and she holds his cheek. She is pulling him on purpose and starts saying, "Come on," and keeps hugging him again and again. Then she also keeps looking at her team leader, who is also looking in their direction. Now she feels that he is making too much joke of her. She tells him, "You must be hungry, right? Come, let us go to eat." Saying this, she starts pulling him along, but he still pushes her away from himself. After that, she brings something for him to drink, but because her foot slipped, the juice falls on his clothes. After that, she immediately starts cleaning his clothes. In the next scene, we are shown that Jiho is going back with his friend Gu. His friend starts laughing after seeing him in such a cute shirt and says that he never knew he would ever see him in such clothes. But Jiho gets very angry and says that he never wants to see that girl again. On the other hand, we are shown Yoojin telling her friend Viren everything, how that man insulted her. She says that she was completely scared and did all that only because of her team leader. Otherwise, she would never do something like that with anyone. Her friend reminds her about 10 years ago, when she started hitting a boy just because he held her hand, even though she herself had gone on a date with him. So Yoojin says that she did that because she likes slow things. She does not like things to move so fast, like you just met and immediately started holding hands. But her friend starts explaining to her that let all this happens and she should get used to these things. She says that you does not want to get married, but you want to date, right? Yoojin says yes, she want to date. Then her friend explains that she should let people do what they want. Otherwise, she will not be able to date anyone. Like this, no one will ever come into her life. After that, both of them start drinking. Yoojin does not drink just 1 or 2 drinks, but drinks many bottles. Meanwhile, Jiho's mom and dad are shown. They are fighting among themselves because their son is not ready for marriage. He does not want to get married, and he also does not want to go on blind dates. So his mom tells his dad, "You are his dad, right? You should make him understand that he should take his life seriously. He should not always just work and work. There should be someone else in his life too." While they are talking about his marriage, their ex-daughter-in-law, Jang, comes there and says that they want to get him married. As soon as they see her, both of them go silent. She looks very strict just by her face. When she arrives, both of them become quiet, and then she starts saying that marriage is not really necessary. Sometimes, even after marriage, people still remain alone. She says, "Just look at me." Meanwhile, Jang gets a call from the company. It is a very serious issue, so she talks angrily on the call, and both of them get scared of her anger. After cutting the call, she says that it was just a call from the company. Now both of them can only stay quiet and give fake smile. On the other hand, Jiho is shown looking at a picture. In that picture, his brother is with him. It is shown that Jiho was holding his brother's hand so that he would not fall down, but his hand slips from his brother's hand, because of which his brother falls down and dies. Jiho keeps blaming himself for that and thinks that because of him, a whole family got destroyed. He thinks that he should not get married, and because of that, his heart completely moves away from Mary. He believes that he destroyed his own family with his own hands. Meanwhile, we are shown the employees of Yujin's company talking about her. They say that this time also she will be selected for beer. Every time she gets selected because she works very well, and whatever work she does always goes perfectly. They have also received that picture in which she had drunk a lot, so they know that even among such limited drink, no one else could drink this much. Meanwhile, Yujin arrives there, and seeing her, everyone starts congratulating her in advance. After that, their team leader comes and calls everyone for a meeting. Everyone comes and sits in the meeting. The one who should have selected Yujin instead starts telling the new colleague that she can also do very well. She is actually comparing Yujin with this colleague, saying that today's generation is very fast, and she knows that the colleague can work even better. After hearing her word, Yujin says that she will show her good work. Now, Yujin and the team leader both give each other a challenge. After that, when Yujin comes outside to get coffee, she is talking to her friend Miyuki on call. While they are talking, he comes behind her. Seeing him, her mobile falls from her ear, but he immediately catches it. Looking at him, she remembers her school days when her knee got injured. At that time, he was applying medicine on her knee and telling her not to do such things again, because of which she fall. From that time, she liked him a lot, but till today, she could never tell him this. He asks her why she does not get married. She says that he already knows that she does not do this because of her family. Then it is shown that Yujin is going through trauma because, in her childhood, her mom and dad used to fight a lot, because of which her parents got divorced. When her dad is leaving the house in his car, she is calling him loudly and trying to stop him, but her dad does not stop and goes away. She always keeps blaming herself for that. Miyuki explains to her that it is not her fault. Divorce happens between some people, and she does not need to blame herself for it. She should marry the person she loves. If there is love in life, divorce never happens. Then Yujin says that if her dad did not have an affair, their family would have been a perfect family. But she feels scared that in the future, she might also get divorced. That is why she feels very afraid of marriage. After listening to her word, he says bye and leaves from there. Meanwhile, Jiho is shown entering his company, where some people are already waiting for him. A person wants to shake his hand, but his hands start shaking so much that he is never able to shake hands with anyone. So he avoids it and says that he actually has to go for a meeting. He asks what they want to talk about. They have come to talk about a team leader because they got to know that he is going to fire him. So Jiho says yes, he is going to fire many people who are not doing their work properly. Then they start explaining about him, saying that he is actually doing his work very well. He had even taken his project upward. There were some small mistakes, so he should be forgiven for that. Then Jiho says that if there is profit made by doing a loss, then what is the use of such profit? Saying this, he silences them and goes to his dad. His dad is playing video games there and is enjoying a lot. So Jiho says, "Dad, you're playing games even here?" Then his dad says, "You said it wrong. Not here. I play only here. If I play it at home, then your mom will kill me." Hearing this, Jiho starts laughing and says, "Dad, are you still fighting with mom?" His dad replies that no, this is how it always goes on between them. Then he explains to his son that now he should think about the company not as a managing director, but as a president. He says, "You are the president here." On the other hand, we are shown Yujin, who comes and sits to drink and keeps passing comments while looking at people eating. Meanwhile, that same Gen Z colleague, Sihun, comes and sits in front of her and asks, "Do you know him?" So she says, No, I was just talking casually." Meanwhile, a call comes on Sihun's mobile, and seeing it, she starts blushing. So Yujin asks, "Is it a call from your boyfriend that you are blushing?" Then she says yes, he is very loving and caring, but he is quite older than me. He is 30 years old. But it is okay. The way he loves me, I have no issue with that. In your life also, there must be someone. You are so perfect. Obviously, someone must like you. Hearing this, Yujin becomes completely silent because there was no one like that in her life. After that, she goes back from there. She keeps thinking about the same thing and says in her heart that if a boy like Miyuki were there, then it would be so nice. But then she pushes those thoughts away and thinks, what am I even thinking? Then she thinks of messaging him and asking whether he has eaten or not. She feels that by now he must have become free from work and must be returning. Thinking this, when she goes to take something for him, she sees Sihun. Seeing her, she stops, wondering what she is doing here. Meanwhile, Miyuki appears. She stands there and sees everything. She comes to know that both of them, Miyuki and Sihun, are dating each other and are kissing each other. After seeing this, she does not stay there even for a second and leaves from there. In the next scene, Yujin sits at the bus stop, and all those memories start coming back. The time she spent with Miyuki. Remembering everything, she starts crying. Meanwhile, Jiho is also shown passing from there. When he passes the bus stop, the rainwater splashes from his car onto Yujin. Yujin gets completely wet, and Jiho stops his car. Now he looks to see what that girl will do. The girl comes near his car, starts knocking on the window, and starts shouting. She was already feeling like crying, so she starts scolding him a lot. Jiho thinks about what has happened to her and why she is scolding him so much, because he has not even done anything like that. Then he slightly lowers the window, listens to her for a bit, takes out a check, and gives it to her. She takes the check, and just like that, he drives away from there. After he leaves, when she looks at the check, it has 1,000,000 won written on it. Seeing this, she cannot believe her eyes that he left after giving so much money. She carefully holds the check with herself to protect it from getting wet. On the other hand, Jiho is sitting with his friend and says that he wants every type of beer because their company is also related to beer. He asks his friend whether he has ever sat and drunk with him before abroad. Ignoring his word, he says one more thing to his friend, that he wants every article related to his competitor. Then Jiho starts drinking, and his friend stops him, saying that he should not drink before work. But still, he sits and drinks with him. The next day, Yujin is shown working in a very angry mood. No colleague even makes the mistake of talking to her because they know that if they talk to her, it will only cause loss to them. They even stop the new people from coming near her. From her mind, that kiss is not going away at all. That is why, after that, she again goes to drink and starts watching people who are mixing one drink into another drink. She starts saying that this completely spoils the taste of the drink. Meanwhile, Jiho is also present there, and he has come with his friend. Again, after seeing Jiho, pain starts in his stomach, and he again leaves toward the washroom. After he leaves, he pours a drink into a glass. Just then, his eyes fall on Yujin. Seeing her, he immediately recognizes that she is the same girl from that day, and he starts going toward her. Meanwhile, Yujin comes in front of him. Seeing her, he says, "You have come again." Then she says, "Do you know me?" Yujin is not able to recognize him, and Jiho also understands that she has not recognized him, so he stays quiet. She starts drinking the drink that he had poured, and then she teaches him how a drink is actually poured into the glass, at how many degrees the bottle should be kept, and what degree the glass should be. Because of this, the beer taste becomes even better. And then she also tells that this beer should be drunk with this popcorn. And when Jiho drinks that beer, he really feels that the taste is a little different. And then when he eats the popcorn kept in front of him, he truly feels that the popcorn and beer combination is very, very good. When Jiho likes this combo, he reaches closer to her and starts saying that teach me more. What other combos are there? After that, Yujin sits with him with different things to eat with every beer, and she keeps making him eat and drink everything, and he likes everything a lot. These two do not drink just one bottle, but they drink a lot of beer bottle. Meanwhile, an event is also happening there. From that, they find out that very good prizes are being given. The first prize, as soon as they hear about it, they start saying that I want to participate in this event. I want to win the prize, the first one. I really need this machine, which is a beer machine only. Then Jiho says that I will buy it for you with money. Then she says no, I want only this one. On the other hand, the poor secretary is shown, who again and again is going to the washroom. And here she pulls Jiho along with her. Now when he comes to play the game, first he takes off his coat and gives it to Yujin, and then he keeps scoring by throwing basketball. But now he has to score more. Compared to the previous one, if he scores more, then he will come in first position. Their score is 140, and he has to make 141. He is scoring every single goal very nicely. But at the end, the winning person cheats by flashing a flashlight into his eye, and his attention goes slightly to the side. After that, his ball does not go into the goal, and he remains at a score of 139. Now he is not ready to accept defeat, and he starts telling everyone that these people have cheated, but they do not accept it. Even the host says the same thing, that they do not even have a mobile, so how can they do this? Therefore the winner is announced, and as soon as they start giving the prize, Jiho tells her that on my count of 3, we will run away from here. As soon as he counts 3, both of them grab the gift and start running away from there. After running a little far, when no one is chasing them, and both of them reach a place while running, then they started walking calmly. But the gift feels very light to them. When they open it and see, There is a toy inside it, after seeing which both of them start laughing that we did not even see what gift we were getting or not. We just ran away with it. Now both of them feel thirsty after running so much. After that, both of them sit again to drink. As soon as Yujin opens the drink is about to fall out of it. Immediately she drinks it from the top. And seeing this, as soon as Jiho opens the drink, the same thing happens with him too. Jiho also starts drinking like her. Meanwhile, Yujin also starts drinking. Now these two become very close to each other. While looking at each other, they move away from that can. But Yujin is not able to control herself at all and she kisses him. After that, Jiho also does not control himself at all, and in the same way, both of them reach the hotel while kissing. Now after coming into the room, he starts getting even closer to her. So first Yujin stops him, but she is not able to stop herself and she starts kissing him again. After that, now the romance between these two had started. After spending the full night together, as soon as Yujin opens her eyes in the morning, she sees him lying with her and immediately sits up. Then after looking at herself, she starts feeling what she has done. She wraps blanket around herself and stands there. Then she starts picking up her clothes. Now Yujin had already seen him carefully that with whom she spent the night. Then she starts thinking that if I spent the night, should I give him money? I am feeling strained. This was my first time. But still, she has that same check which Jiho had given. She does not know that he himself had given to her. That same 1 million yuan check. She gives it back to Jiho, saying that even earlier this money was not mine. From the start, it was not mine, so even now it is not mine. After giving the check before leaving, her eyes fall on the necklace. Now she starts looking at this necklace and keeps thinking that did he buy this for his girlfriend? Does he have a girlfriend or does he have a wife? But whatever it is, she picks up her clothes and starts leaving from there, and she is feeling very angry at herself. On the other side, Jiho's mom is shown, who has come to an exhibition. With her, there is also a handsome boy. There, some ladies who know Ms. Park come and start saying that we did not know that you are interested in such sponsorship project. Hearing this, Ms. Park says that he is cute and handsome, right? Just spread this talk that he is going to be a very big artist in the future. Then those ladies say that he is not the sponsor of Taijang Hotel. If President Jang finds out, she will never stay quiet. Then Ms. Park says that is there anything that money cannot solve? Meanwhile, Jang makes an entry there, seeing which everyone gets scared. Seeing him with Ms. Park, Jang says that anyway this generation does not have something called loyalty. But seeing you, I am not surprised at all about what you have done. Ms. Park asks her what are you doing here? Then Jang says that what I have come here to do, you can just watch. Saying this, she starts breaking the antique items kept there. Because of this, their exhibition suffers a lot of damage, and after completing her work, she leaves from there saying that I have done as much damage as I wanted to do. Meanwhile, Jiho is shown, who has finally woken up after sleeping. After wearing his shirt and looking at the table, he sees that the check was kept there. The check part was fine, but she had also thrown the doll and left. Seeing this, he feels bad that why did she throw the doll like this and leave? Did that doll have no value for her? After that, he gets a call from his secretary, who says that finally you picked up the phone. I thought something had happened to you. He says, what do you mean? Just now your call came, and I picked it up. Then he tells him that I made many calls. Today you slept so much, while you usually sleep very little. When he goes to the call history, there are really many missed calls. Seeing this, he also gets surprised about how he did not hear them or why his eyes did not open. How did he sleep for so long? On the other Jang is shown coming with her secretary, and that secretary asks her, why did you do this? Why did you let him go? She says that at that time, I let him go. I did not say that he could be with anyone or belong to anyone. She was actually talking about the person from that exhibition. Meanwhile, she sees Jiho, and seeing him, she signals her secretary to stay quiet. And then, she asks him, how did you come here? Surely you did not come to meet me. Seeing doll money in his hand starts saying that I have understood everything. And when he starts leaving, she asks him that you really do not plan to get married, right? Because your mom is very worried about you. You have already decided that you will not marry, right? Meanwhile, a scene from 15 years ago is shown, when Jiho's brother's funeral is happening. There, his sister-in-law is hitting him again and saying that all this is your fault. You ruined me completely. You left me with nothing. He is also crying a lot, and he is feeling angry at his own hand, thinking why did I let my brother go from my hand? In the present, Jiho does not say anything, stays quiet, and leaves from there. On the other hand, Yujin is shown, who is still thinking about him and for whom that necklace was. Does he have a wife? Does he also have children? Thinking all this again and again, she is almost going crazy. Meanwhile, her colleague comes and tells her that according to the manager, you have been selected for this. You have to explain that where the logo placement on glass should be done. She becomes very happy, And when she comes for work, the manager also clears this thing properly in front of everyone. The team leader and everyone else are very happy for her, and she is also happy for herself. Meanwhile, Jiho is shown, who is exercising, but even while exercising, he is remembering Yujin. The time he spent with her, he is not able to forget even though it was just one night. But along with this, days keep passing. One day passes, then the second day, then the third day, and she keeps deciding about logo, where they should place while drinking. Both of them become very busy in their own work. Now they both stop thinking about each other. One day, after coming home, when Jiho drinks, he pours the beer into the glass in the same way she taught him, because he is still not able to remove her from his mind. After that, again 20 days pass. After 20 days, Yujin finally comes with the glass logo on it, and she also brings beer with it and comes and gives it to the team leader. Now it has to be selected whether this logo looks good or not. As soon as she drinks and takes a few seconds, she gives the result. Hearing their approval, the people sitting outside, her colleagues who were waiting to hear what happened, she tells them with a thumbs up sign. Now this work was done, but she feels a little pain in her stomach. So she goes to the pharmacy to take medicine for stomach pain. But pharmacist is asked what is actually happening to you. When she starts telling the things happening with her and what all she is feeling, the pharmacist gives her a pregnancy test kit and says that you should test your pregnancy. What if you are pregnant? And when she checks, she does not use just one test kit, but she uses many, and in all of them her pregnancy comes positive. Seeing this, she gets very worried, thinking, how can this be possible? How can I become pregnant in just one night? After that, her friend comes, so she lies down covering everything to hide it. When her friend goes after asking about food, she finally feels relieved that she did not see anything. But her friend had already understood from her behavior that she was hiding something. So she immediately comes back and starts pulling her out from under, asking, what are you hiding from me? Now the strip also comes into her friend's hand, and she understands that she is pregnant. Then her friend asks, who is he? Tell me who the dad is. Then Yujin tells her the whole story about what actually happened. She says that she remembers that person's face, but she does not know his name. After that, to be clear, she goes to the doctor to get it checked. There also she finds out the same answer, that she is pregnant, and many weeks of her pregnancy have already passed. They even give her the ultrasound picture. When she comes out from there, her friend asks that you must know something about that boy. Then she starts telling about Jiho's appearance. Whatever look she describes, the same kind of person appears walking from the front. Then Viren asks, could it be him? As soon as she looks in that direction, it is no one else but Jiho. And the girl with him is his colleague, Sihan. Sihan recognizes her and smiles while looking at her. And the necklace she is wearing is the same necklace that Yujin had seen with Jiho. Now she starts thinking, is she dating him? Is this the 30-year-old person she was talking about? Is it him? Because of this, she immediately goes towards Jiho and holds his collar. Jiho had already recognized her. She asks him, what relation do you have with this girl? Before he can answer, Sihan herself says that he is my uncle. Hearing this, she freezes right there. Meanwhile, from behind, a voice comes saying that, ma'am, you are leaving your ultrasound baby picture here. Hearing this voice, she looks in that direction and then looks at Jiho. Jiho looks shocked, thinking baby? The woman he had been looking for all this time was pregnant. After finding out Yujin was pregnant, Jiho immediately demanded to know if the baby was his. Even though Yujin denied it, he calculated the timing and was absolutely sure he was the baby father. He promised to take responsibility and even blurted out his intention to marry her. Actually, he had suffered from insomnia for many years. Every time it got bad, he had to take medication. Seeing his condition getting worse, he went to see a doctor. During the consultation, he suddenly remembered the night he got drunk with Yujin. He had slept so well that his secretary called many times and he didn't hear. Suspecting that Yujin was the cure for his condition, Jiho had been frequently visiting the bar where they drank together, hoping to see her again. 2 days before meeting her, he was like a zombie, his mind only thinking about the reason he could sleep so well. The next night, he took out the check and discovered his signature was on it. He immediately realized she was the same person he had splashed water on that day, so he believed that she is special to him. The next day, he prepared a necklace, planning to confess his feelings to Yujin. That day was also his niece's birthday, so he bought another one to give her. Coincidentally, his niece turned out to be the intern working under Yujin. While taking his niece out, they accidentally ran into Yujin. Thinking he was a player, she rushed over to have it out with Jiho. Right at that moment, the nurse called her in for the baby ultrasound. Realizing Yujin was pregnant, Jiho was very shocked. Back to the present. Seeing Yujin stunned by the marriage proposal, Jiho also realized he had been too hasty. Before leaving, he saved his phone number in her phone and told her to think it over carefully. Sitting in the car, the more Jiho thought about it, the more he felt his proposal was too sudden. So, he started imagining other ways to take responsibility. First, he thought about just providing child support without getting married, planning to give 10 billion plus another 10 million won each month. In his imagination, Yujin angrily warned him that from now on, he wasn't allowed to visit the child. Seeing that wouldn't work, he switched to plan B, which was raising the child himself and giving Hwan a sum for emotional damages. But then he imagined Yujin slapping him 3 times really hard. Finally, he thought of the third way, which was marrying Yujin and raising the child together. But when he thought about the fact that she hadn't agreed yet, he felt his future was dark and gloomy. Meanwhile, Yujin was also confused and went to the bar alone to drink. As the glass was about to touch her lips, she suddenly remembered she was pregnant and couldn't just drink whenever she wanted anymore. 7 years ago, after finishing exams, she used to drink all night long with her 2 best friends. When she started working and got promoted to manager, she also invited her friends out to drink until they dropped. Thinking about having to stay away from alcohol, Yujin felt like the end of the world was coming. Finally, she had to asked the bartender to drink it for her. The bartender was hesitating when a woman stepped up and offered to drink it for her. The lady guessed that someone coming to a bar to order a drink, but not drinking it usually meant one of 2 things. Either they were seriously ill, or they were pregnant. Yujin thought she had found a kindred spirit, so she told her about the unexpected pregnancy. Jang also enthusiastically used her own experience to give her advice. At 22, she got pregnant and gave birth without hesitation. Later on, because of the child, she had to give up so many things and gradually started to feel regret. She reminded Yujin that if she wasn't mentally prepared, she needed to think very carefully about having the baby. Yujin gratefully thanked the stranger, completely unaware that the person standing in front of her was Jiho's sister-in-law. Actually, Jang had already investigated her thoroughly, even knowing about her pregnancy. This accidental meeting was actually intentionally arranged by her. Meanwhile, Jiho was worried about Yujin and texted asking if she was home yet. Seeing she hadn't replied, he looked at a photo taken with his brother. Back then, his brother had confided that he felt very content after getting married. Having a wife and son felt like it completed his insecure self. Remembering his brother, Jiho started to torture himself with guilt again. Meanwhile, Yujin returned home, the contract marriage proposal, and received Jiho's text, but wasn't in the mood to reply. Lying on the couch, the lady's philosophical words made Yujin's heart waver. She kept recalling Jang's words. If you give birth with regret, the child won't be happy either. Jiho was waiting for Yujin's text when his niece came to find him, saying the baby was definitely his and asking why he didn't propose marriage to take responsibility. Jiho explained he would handle it another way, but his niece said that just paying damages or child support was too selfish and irresponsible. He knew that, but right now he didn't know how to win a place in Yujin's heart. The next day at work, Yujin received good news. The person chosen to study abroad in Germany this time was her. This was the dream she had been longing for. Colleagues gathered around to congratulate her, but Yujin fell into a very difficult situation. Should she go to Germany to pursue her dream or stay for the baby? She thought about it constantly, but couldn't find a way to have the best of both worlds. Seeing her distracted, the manager loudly reminded her that the new general director was about to take office. Everyone had to be serious and prepare. At the same time, preparing for his inauguration, Jiho dressed up and sprayed on some nice cologne. The secretary saw Jiho looking cool, so he waited for him to leave to try it himself. But instead of looking cool, he accidentally sprayed perfume into his mouth. On the way, Jiho kept thinking about his brother. Finally, he decided he would get married. Hearing that, the secretary quickly pulled over to ask him again. While he was having a headache over it, the secretary wondered if he wanted to get married for the company's benefit. Jiho thought that made sense. Maybe it could fix the insecurity in his heart. On this side, after the meeting, Yujin planned to drink coffee to relax. But just as the cup touched her lips, she remembered she couldn't drink coffee right now. Just then, the intern brought her a glass of warm milk, swapped it for the coffee in her hand, and excitedly announced that she would now be her aunt. Seeing Yujin startled by that remark, The intern quickly promised to keep it a secret and confided that her uncle had very conservative views on marriage, but she knew that deep down he wasn't really like that. While going to the restroom, Yujin kept thinking about what she said. When she walked out, she was surprised to see Jiho at the company. Her heart skipped a beat and she immediately dragged him into the meeting room next door, demanding to know if he was secretly investigating her. Jiho didn't dodge the question and once again confirmed his intention to marry her, even suggesting that it would be best to have the wedding year. To him, marriage was also a business transaction and if necessary, they could sign a contract. These words made Yujin extremely angry. She bluntly stated that she absolutely could not accept a marriage without love. While the two of them were having a heated argument, the manager's voice suddenly rang out from outside the meeting room. Yujin panicked and stepped over, signaling Jiho to be quiet. The distance between the two suddenly closed and Jiho's heart started racing, hearing the manager leading people over and knocking on the door, loudly asking who was inside. Yujin had to lower her voice and act cute, telling Jiho to quickly think of a solution. Jiho took her phone, tapped a few things, and then calmly opened the meeting room door. Hearing the manager call Jiho director, Yujin felt like she had just woken up from a dream. Jun was the company's new general director and thinking about having to work with him in the future, she felt extremely awkward. Before leaving, Jun told Yujin that she had to reply to his messages from now on. On the way back, he kept muttering, blaming Yujin for acting like nothing had happened, even though she was having a baby. Hearing about the baby, the secretary received his second shock of the day and asked Jiho to have a serious talk. That night, he told the secretary everything. But the issue wasn't about getting married. It was whether he could properly take responsibility if really became a father. The secretary believed that he would definitely do a good job as a husband and father, just like when he agreed to take care of baby Ken so his sister-in-law could go to the hospital. After finding out that her nemesis was her general director, Yujin went to find her best friend to event. When she found out she had won the spot to study abroad, her best friend advised her to go. Over the years, Yujin had dedicated herself tirelessly to the company. Now she should take the opportunity while she was still young. As for the baby, she could figure that out after she returned from studying abroad. While they were chatting, a reminder for her mom's birthday popped up on Yujin's phone. So, the next day, she brought a cake home to celebrate her mom's birthday, but her mom's attitude was extremely cold. She didn't accept the wishes or eat a single piece of cake. That prolonged coldness finally made it impossible for Yujin to take it anymore. She burst into tears, telling her mom that whether she had reluctantly married because of her back then or not, it was still her choice. It clearly wasn't her fault, yet she had to endure her mom's hatred for all those years. Her mom bluntly said that giving birth to her was a mistake. From the moment she was born, her life had completely fallen apart. Those words felt like a knife cutting into Yujin's heart. In a fit of anger, she blurted out that she was pregnant. Her mom immediately ordered her to get rid of the baby and warned her not to make the same mistake she did. Hearing these heartbreaking words, Yujin left the house, watching the children playing in the apartment complex. She wiped her tears and walked heavily into the hospital. Years ago, after her parents' divorce, her mom had intended to leave, fearing history would repeat itself. She asked the doctor for an abortion. The doctor told her straight out that she had endometriosis. Being able to get pregnant was already a miracle. If she aborted the baby this time, she would never have the chance to be a mother again. Feeling confused, Yujin went home and found Miyuki waiting for her. She burst into tears and rushed into his arms, letting out all her worries, insecurities, and self-pity. Miyuki knew she was pregnant, so he asked what she planned to do, hoping she would make a decision she wouldn't regret. Later, Yujin said she still needed time to think, and then she asked Miyuki if he was seeing her best friend, Viren, since she had seen them kissing. Miyuki quickly explained that Mi was drunk and not in her right mind that day, which was why she kissed him. Afterward, she asked him out, but he turned her down immediately. Yujin didn't expect that to be the truth, but given her current situation, she didn't have the energy to think about romance. She took the things Miyuki brought her, told him not to worry and to head home, and said she was doing fine. Miyuki was also very confused inside, and he certainly didn't expect that Jiho had seen the whole encounter. He quickly walked over and asked if she was dating Miyuki. Yujin explained that Miyuki was just a friend, and at the same time, she asked Jiho to pretend he didn't know her at the company from now on. Jiho agreed to this request. He didn't care who she liked, but he insisted that both of them had to take responsibility for their action. Not long after Jiho officially took office, to welcome everyone, he immediately gave out generous bonuses to all the employees. While in the elevator, Jiho ran into Yujin, but he coldly pressed the button for his floor. Hearing everyone praise the new general director gave her goosebumps. Meanwhile, Jiho started testing the company's products, including the beer made exclusively for airline. After testing all the product, he held a meeting with the partners and proposed launching a new product as soon as possible. Next, he went to inspect the warehouse. Since he had OCD, he immediately demanded that the staff reorganize the warehouse to be perfectly tidy. Ever since joining the new company, the secretary had fallen in love at first sight with the manager. While in the elevator, he made the first move by pressing the floor button and carrying things for her. He thought she was gentle and ladylike, but when he witnessed her go full tiger mode and yell at the staff without missing a beat, his bubble burst immediately, and he was terrified of her. In the next meeting, while the manager was reporting on the company's progress, Jiho only had eyes for who he won and kept thinking about the man who was with her the night before. When the manager finished her presentation, Jiho rejected all the proposed plans and demanded everyone redo them to be more thorough and perfect. At the end of the meeting, he specifically asked who was being sent to Germany to study abroad. When he found out it was Yujin, he insinuated that she was shouldering a lot of work and asked if she could handle it. After the meeting, Yujin angrily stormed into Jiho's office to argue, but he made it clear that he just wanted to know if she planned to have the baby. Yujin replied that she still hadn't decided, and even if she did have the baby, she wouldn't marry him. To her, marriage wasn't a business transaction, and she absolutely would not accept a marriage without love. Therefore, it was best for the two of them to keep a clear distance. However, Jiho's attitude remained firm. He insisted that he would shoulder his share of the responsibility. Jiho says that he needs one chance. If Yujin does not want a contract marriage, then they can date, and from now on they will spend time together 3 times a week. But Yujin says that she is not going to give him any chance. She does not want to keep any connection with Jiho. She does not want to take any responsibility of theirs. Saying this, she leaves from there, and Jiho keeps looking at her. Meanwhile, Jiho is in the gym and is doing very intense exercise, and he says why Yujin does not need his help. His friend looks at his childish behavior and starts staring at him. Miyuki is running. In his mind, only Yujin's thoughts are going on. What if Yujin marries someone else? On the other hand, Yujin is telling all these things to Viren on a call. Viren says if he wants to take responsibility, then why is she refusing? But Yujin does not need any help from Jiho. After that, Jang comes there with her car and asks Yujin to come for dinner. Both of them come to a restaurant. Jang is thinking that Yujin is probably after Jiho for money, but Yujin says to order dinner, she will pay. Hearing this, Jang gets a little shocked. Then she asks about the baby, but Yujin says that she has not decided yet. Yujin checks her phone. Her mom's call is coming. In the next scene, Yujin goes to a bar. The waiter there had called her from her mom's phone. She is very drunk. Seeing Yujin, she starts getting angry at her. Both of them start arguing with each other on the road itself. Yujin's mom blames Yujin for the miseries of her life, and at that time Jiho is also listening to their conversation. Yujin says that she could not handle her own life. It is not her fault in that. Both of them say very hurtful things to each other. Her mom sits in a taxi and leaves. Yujin sits there and starts crying. Jiho also feels very bad. After that, Jiho is sitting with his friend and asks that if a mother says hurtful things to her child, then what is the reason for that? His friend says that they are family. At the end, time will heal their reason. Jiho understands his words. Meanwhile, Miyuki and Viren meet each other. Viren asks why did he reject her? Does Miyuki like someone else? Miyuki denies it, but Viren says that she will still try to win Miyuki's heart. Miyuki keeps looking at her. Next day, in the office, a lady comes and starts creating a scene that Jiho gave alcohol to a pregnant lady, but security throws her out from there. On the other hand, we see Mr. Moon in Jang's office, who is also her uncle. He hears about this matter from his office staff, and just then Jang comes there and says that she wants Tain Group at any cost. She cannot let Jiho become its owner. Mr. Moon asks why is she in such a hurry. That company belongs to Jang. She will become the CEO. But Jang did not want to take any risk. She wants to make Jang the owner of Tain as soon as possible. Jang's assistant comes to her when she is alone and asks why she is trusting Mr. Moon so much. Jang says that if she wants to achieve something big, then she has to take a risk. And right now there is no risk from Moon. When there will be, she will remove him from the way. After that, Jiho comes to meet his dad. Jiho's dad says that the foundation he made for pregnant ladies and single mothers is now in danger. The public thinks that they are mixing alcohol and beer, and if Jiho gets trapped in Yes Candle, then Jang will use him. She has still not forgotten the past thing. Jiho says that he will take care of it. Then we see Jiho's mom, who is finding a new date for Jiho and thinks that he does not need a rich girl. He wants a girl with good character, who is not like Jang, and she starts looking at girls' profile. Jiho is discussing his new project. Manager is also there. Just then secretary comes there and says that their project has been leaked, and another company has already launched beer with the same recipe today. Everyone gets shocked. All the people start blaming manager's team. Jiho asks who made this recipe. Manager takes Yujin's name. The rest of the staff there say that Yujin has already gotten a chance to go to Germany, so she is selling her recipe to another company for extra bonus. Manager gets very angry. Now Jiho starts feeling regret because everyone is targeting Yujin. Manager starts shouting at Yujin in front of everyone in the office. Some staff also speak against Yujin, but the rest of the people speak in her support. Yujin goes to talk to Jiho. Jiho says that right now it is important to complete this project, not to play blame game. He tells Yujin to solve this problem in 1 week. Yujin also accepts the challenge. Jiho asks why she is not taking his help, and then he remembers Yujin and her mom's argument. After some time, Yujin comes back with a new recipe. Jiho rejects it and starts leaving from there. Yujin holds his hand to stop him, but Jiho pushes her hand away. Yujin says sorry to him, but Jiho quickly comes out of the office, and Yujin does not understand why he reacted like that. After that, for 1 whole week, Yujin gives one new project again and again, and Jiho keeps rejecting it. Yujin goes into a lot of stress. Secretary tells Jiho that she is pregnant and still handling so much stress. He should help her. Jiho then comes to get a drink for her, which is safe for a pregnant lady. Miyuki hears this, but he does not understand for whom Jiho is taking the drink. Miyuki also takes a drink for Yujin. Yujin is working late night in the office and falls asleep there. Jiho looks at her. When Yujin wakes up, someone has covered her with a shawl, and there is coffee too. Yujin starts smiling. Miyuki comes near her, but when he sees Yujin already drinking coffee, he gets sad and leaves from there. Next day, Yujin again brings a recipe. Jiho says that whatever recipe she brings, there is no uniqueness in it. Where's the problem? Why Yujin is not understanding, and he gets angry at her and leaves. Meanwhile, she is sitting in a cafe with Miyuki, and both of them are smiling and talking together. Jiho again feels regret. He tells secretary to bring a sandwich for Yujin, but in the canteen, seeing Yujin and Miyuki close together, he gets very jealous. Then when Yujin comes back to him, Jiho gets angry at her because of jealousy. Yujin asks what does Jiho actually want. Jiho says that he is the president of this company. Why is Yujin not taking help from him? Secretary holds his head because unknowingly Jiho has shown his jealousy to Yujin, and later he starts teasing Jiho. The rest of the office staff also feel sad for Yujin because she is not even having lunch properly. When manager comes there to eat, everyone starts saying how hard Yujin works. Manager leaves the food and says that she also has to work hard, and leaves from there. Everyone gets shocked. Jiho receives a call, and he asks one staff member in the office to take out information about some employee. For that, he comes to meet the same staff, and he gets some information. Yujin is with Viren, and both are talking. Viren asks if she will really not give Jiho a chance. Yujin says that he is troubling her a lot. She does not understand what to do about the baby now. Viren consoles her. Yujin starts having stomach pain. Because of that, she comes back home, and Jiho is already waiting for her there. Seeing him, Yujin gets angry and starts saying that she has been trying for so many days, but still Jiho is rejecting her project. Jiho is not able to say his words. Suddenly, Yujin starts having very severe pain in her stomach. Jiho quickly takes her to the hospital. Yujin becomes very concerned about her baby. Jiho brings her to the doctor. After the checkup, the doctor says that her pregnancy is very critical, and because of stress and not eating food, her blood pressure has gone low. So he will have to take care of Yujin properly. Jiho starts blaming himself for Yujin's condition. Just then, Miyuki's call comes on Yujin's phone. Jiho receives the call and says that he is Yujin's baby's father, and from today, she will not talk to anyone after 8 o'clock. Miyuki starts asking where Yujin is, but Jiho does not tell him anything and cuts the call. Yujin comes near Jiho and starts asking about the baby. Then the doctor shows them the baby's ultrasound. Both of them start smiling. Yujin and Jiho are blushing. After that, they start going back. In the lift, Many people enter. Jiho stands in front of Yujin so that she does not face any problem. She keeps looking at him. Then Jiho gets a call, and he goes a little far to talk. There, a lady is drinking the same beer, and she is pregnant. Yujin asks her about the beer. The lady says that the president of Taein gave this beer free to all pregnant women. She did not drink after pregnancy. Her husband used to drink every day. But when Jiho gave this to everyone with the help of his foundation, the stress in her life reduced. Her in-laws thought it was not healthy for the baby, but actually it is non-alcoholic. Yujin feels very good hearing this. Now she starts respecting Jiho. After that, both of them are in the car. Jiho tells her to take some days off and rest. Yujin asks if he wants to say something. Jiho says that her dream is to go to Germany, so whatever decision she takes, Jiho will support her. Yujin smiles. On the other hand, Miyuki goes to meet Viren because he wanted to know who Yujin's baby's father is, because he felt that he knows that voice. When he asks Viren about this, Viren remembers Yujin's words in a flashback. All three of them are having dinner together, and Miyuki gets a call. He starts talking. In between, Yujin tells Viren that her company's president is the father of her baby, and she tells her not to tell Miyuki because he cannot keep secret. Last time, he found out about one of their friends' relationship, and within 3 days the whole school knew about it. Just then, Miyuki comes there and says that the same friend's wedding is going to happen, and asks that didn't they break up. Viren and Yujin do not tell him that everyone kept this thing a secret from him. In the present, thinking about all this, Viren does not tell Miyuki anything, but looking at his face, she asks if he likes Yujin. Miyuki denies it and says that they are friends. That is why he was taking information. Sihun goes to an art museum with Jang. Jang says that she is the owner of Taein Group. That is why she will stay there. Sihun says that she is just an intern, and her uncle Jiho is the president. But Jang says that a baby is also coming. If that baby comes, Sihun will not get ownership. But Sihun starts ignoring her mom's words because she knows about their relationship. After some days, Yujin comes to the office, and there everyone tells her that Jiho has fired their office director because he was the one who leaked the project. Yujin gets shocked because Jiho investigated for her, and today they also have a company dinner. Then Yujin is thinking about all this, and suddenly she tells manager that she does not want to go to Germany and wants to stay here and complete her dream. Everyone gets shocked hearing this because everyone knows that this was Yujin's dream. After that, everyone comes to the company dinner, and the people who were against Yujin ask her to accept a drink as an apology. But Sihun starts taking it. Still, everyone asks Yujin to take the drink. Jiho asks manager if they should go to dinner now. Manager says that the president paid. He does not eat together. Jiho says that he wants to go. He wants to have good relations with everyone. Saying this, he comes to the restaurant. Manager comes there and gives Yujin the drink. Yujin does not understand how to refuse them.